Hello, welcome back to this channel or welcome to this channel. My name is Jackie and I'm obsessed with planners and journals. Today, I'm finally here to share with you my One Book July setup. It's a little bit different from what I've been sharing, but it is a setup that I've been using more or less the same since March, and I'm really glad to finally come here to share with you and to talk a little bit about what's been working, what I will probably change for next month, and also how I'm being a part of the One Book July. So it's going to be a super chatty video, so of course I will leave timestamps down below in the description box so you can jump around to see what you want to see and I won't waste your time. So let's get started. Okay, so I will start first by talking a little bit about this year's One Book July and how I'm approaching the theme and what I'm doing, and then I will share the setup that I've been using, and I think that's it. That's it for this video, but of course I have a lot to say, so yeah. First things first, let me just address the elephant in the room. I am using a Happy Planner, and I know that's kind of cheating, but before I used to use a traveler's notebook, which is kind of the same idea because I can attach and add a lot of different inserts. So here I have, I think, more or less 3 planners inside this one planner, but I mean, do what works for you, right? So for this year, One Book July, I decided to focus on planning because of course I love all of my journals. I don't want to mess with that. Also, the theme for this year, I think it's something like trackers and routines, or routines and trackers, or no, routines and habits, or habits and routines. Okay, I will leave the videos down below that you can see from the creators of One Book July, but that's how I'm approaching it. And I've tried a couple of different setups before coming up with this Happy Planner setup. And the reason I kind of wandered around other planners is because whenever I think about One Book July, I always feel like I need to try something new or add a new system or just downsize and go always like passport size TN. And I even actually did a setup of my passport TN because that's just where my mind goes when I think about One Book July. But because of the actual theme of this year, I started thinking about what I've been really doing in my routine that's been working and that I want to keep doing and maybe make it even more useful and helpful to me and not change everything. So the answer was my Happy Planner, my classic size Happy Planner. I've been using a classic size Happy Planner, I think since March now, as part of like my more personal and part of my work planning routine. And every single morning I open this planner and I follow a couple of steps that I will share with you later on in this video. And that's just one of the most exciting parts of my days. It's really helping me to wake up earlier because I really want to just sit down and follow these steps. And it's the first time in a very long time, or at least that I can remember, that I truly have a morning planning routine, and I'm really proud of that. That's why I didn't want to change anything. So here I am to finally share with you. I know it's something a little bit different, but if you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I've been loving the Happy Planner and how flexible it is. And also one of the reasons I went back to a happy planner at the middle of March was because I was all over the place. I was moving from an A5 to an A6 Hobonichi for my work planner especially, but also my personal planning. I was moving from weeks to a bullet journal, and I was just all over the place. And every time I changed something, I felt like I needed to get another book, another planner, and start all over. So I figured out I need to go like to a disc system, or at least a system where I can change the inserts and move things around if they are not working for me without having to buy another planner or like change the whole system. So that's what first drew me to the happy planner, and since then I've been really consistent, and that's something new in my life, at least. Okay, I think that's it about the talking part of this video, so let's move on to the setup. As I already told you, I have a happy planner in the classic size, which I have no idea of the measurements, so I will try to write it down here, but it's bigger, it's way bigger than an A5 and of course than an A6, but I don't know, it feels really great when I'm holding it in my hands. You know, that's really important to me. So even though it's bigger than what I'm used to, I'm not leaving my home, I'm still working from home, so I don't have any problems with that. And even if I have to carry it around, I think I would be okay with it. It's not that heavy, even though I have metal discs and one of their harder covers, which of course adds a little bit of weight, but I just love it. I love how classy this black cover is. I love how gothic it feels again. And sometimes I change the cover to one of the regular covers, but I'm always coming back to this one. So I really wanted to share with you the setup that I really, really love. This is what you see when you open my planner. Still haven't added my name here because I'm scared of doing so, but I will at some point, maybe with stickers, I'm not sure. So as you can see, one of the planners that I have in here is one of the Disney ones, and it is the vertical Disney one. And I just love how this looks because I have a combination of wellness, personal, and work here. So I love that on the outside you have this more neutral cover, and then when you open you have a little bit of color and fun with Minnie Mouse. Here on the top you can see that I added some dividers and I labeled them with my label maker, and I just have my future log, personal, and work. So talking about routine in One Book July, you will see that I have an order here in this planner, and that's one of the reasons I love this so much. It's because I just sat down one day and thought about how I wanted my routine to go, and then I was able to move things around to make my planner reflect that routine that I wanted to have. And it also reflects my priority. So you will see that I have all my wellness section at the beginning of the book because I really want to be more mindful and focus more on my health and my wellness. Also, I think this word mindfulness, it's also one word I would use to describe this setup. It is what I'm trying to achieve with my happy planner, and it's what the happy planner has been helping me a lot to achieve in my journey in the planning community, and also helping me to be more productive because I'm more mindful of what I'm doing. Okay, let's start. I told you it was going to be chatty. I have a lot to say about this setup I really love, and it's been really working for me. Okay, so here I have just the yearly view that came with that same Disney planner. So it's so pretty that I'm not tracking anything in here nor doing anything. I just like having it here and looking at it. And I do believe I combined two different Disney planners that I had. One was a color block and one is the vertical. So I think in the original vertical, the second part was like a blue color, but I liked this pink better. So yeah, it's a truly Franken planner. It's like I felt like Dr. Frankenstein, just like combining different pieces here and there to create my own little perfect monster. After that, and I'm sorry I had to cover a lot of things because I'm really using this and it's very functional, and it has of course personal stuff that I cannot share, or that at least I'm not comfortable sharing. So the first thing is my future log, as you can see here, and I just love these. I never realized I needed something like this, which is similar to the index on a Hobonichi, as a future log until I started using the Happy Planner. And of course, this one started on July, so you can't see a lot of what I've done with this, but in my previous one, it got filled out, and I just love seeing like the months side by side and have like this 6-month view of how busy I was, if I was working more on my thesis or in my health, if I have a lot of appointments, meetings, all of that. So I just add everything. It is like the place whenever I have an appointment or an event coming up, more appointments, I will just come back here and fill it out right away. So in the morning, this is the first thing I look when I open my planner, because I want to see if I have anything coming up that day or that week. And even after on Sundays, I plan my week and I usually add all their appointments at that point. I still like to check this every single morning just to see if I'm missing something or if I need to prepare for something that's coming up soon. So I just love this so much. I love this view. Love, love, love. Next, we have another opening page that I haven't added my name, but I don't feel the need to write that in here. But here I have another planner, which is, I think, the florals from the spring launch. I don't recall the name of this planner, but I just love this cover page so much. And I also love the dividers, and I will have to find a use to them very soon. But here I just have another yearly view, and I really love this because you have more like space for goals, and they are divided into personal, financial, and career goals, and I will fill that out very soon. But here I'm just using it to track stuff. So it's mainly about my cycle and also health issues. That's how I'm going to use this yearly view, and I really enjoy it. Then I also have those same pages that I use for my future log. I have them here again, but from this specific planner. And here I just write down all of my morning blood sugars values because I'm diabetic, if you didn't know, and I just find it very important to have this information to share with my diabetes team, and it just makes me be more mindful. It truly makes me be more mindful of my health and how I'm feeling in the morning. So after checking my future log, I come right here. After, like, if I need to track something, the yearly view, I will come here, but usually I will just move to this part and check my blood sugar in the morning and write it down. And here it's actually another planner, so we go back to that same Disney planner that I have at the beginning. So I have the dashboard, haven't done anything here for now. Maybe I will add highlights of the month, I'm not sure. I don't really usually use this dashboard at this section, but the Disney one is so pretty that I need to find a use for it. But I'm also okay if I'm not using every single thing. I just want to use what works for me. So now we are going into my personal section, even though of course the wellness is also personal, but okay, moving on. I love this divider so much. So in the monthly view, what I do is I will journal about my health, and I will do this before I start planning my day, and I just love this so much. So I do have a tracker in here, and this is just for medicine that I have to take, and before doing this I was missing every single day, and now I'm pretty consistent with it. So I will just, when I open this in the morning, I remind myself that I need to fill this out, so it reminds me to take the medicine. Then I will usually journal for the previous day. So today is the 8th of July. So today when I woke up, I journal about how I was feeling yesterday. So if I had any headaches, how my blood sugars were doing, if I exercised, if I ate well, what I did, how I'm feeling, am I feeling anxious, am I feeling sad, all of that I will journal in here. I really love doing this. I feel like the monthly, like these little squares are just the perfect size, that it doesn't overwhelm me, but I'm still doing it. And of course it's helping me to stay more mindful of my body and how I'm feeling, both physically and mentally. So I really recommend this. If you don't want to commit yourself to journaling like a lot about your health, just try it in a monthly view of whatever planner you have. You will see that it will be really, really helpful. After I'm done with that, it's actually the time to start planning my day. So here I have a previous week, last week, and this is the current week that we are currently at. So as you can see, it's mainly functional. I do add a lot of stickers. Like if you are a functional planner, you will think that this is overly decorated, but if you are a more decorative person, maybe this is not as decorated. I know for like the happy planner community, I think this is not a lot of decorations, but I just love how it turns out, and I really love, and I need to use this every single day. So that's the most important thing to me. So the way I divide this, and I love the vertical, and since March I've been using a vertical layout for this part of my planning system, is because I can divide into kind of categories. The way I will work is the weekly part of the planning will be on a Sunday evening or Monday morning. I will go check my future log and add all the appointments I have for that specific week. And I will do that on the top view, the top row of this spread. So as you can see here in the currently week, I already have an appointment for Saturday. I'm getting my vaccine, so I'm super excited about that. So I will write that down on a Sunday or a Monday morning, wherever I'm organizing my week. On a weekly basis, I will also write down here at the left sidebar the main tasks that I want to accomplish that specific week. And that's it. That's what I'm going to do on a weekly basis. Just appointments and the sidebar. Then on a daily basis, I will keep planning, but as if it were daily planners, if that makes sense. So I won't add any tasks further away. So for example, here we are on a Thursday. I don't have any tasks for tomorrow, even though of course I have a lot to do tomorrow, but I won't mark that down on a weekly basis unless it is a deadline. Then it will go up here. And the reason I'm doing that is because I felt that whenever I was just planning on a weekly basis, I was just adding a lot of tasks and assigning them to days, and then I don't know how I'm going to be feeling that specific day. I don't know if I will have more important tasks to do that specific day, and then I would just feel guilty and feel like I was not accomplishing anything, even though I was probably working the whole day. So I really want to go on a daily basis right here, being more mindful of my tasks as well and my to-dos. That's what at least what I'm trying to do. Then every single day I will come here and add any other events on the top row. So for example, if we got any deliveries or if we had takeout or something like that, I will just use the bullet journal keys that I cannot live without anymore, and I will add that in here. So for example, here I had a very special birthday from a very special friend, so I added my key for birthday and I wrote it down. Then here I had an event, so I used like a little circle, but it's just basically the same keys as the bullet journal method book. So I'm still loving that. So I do kind of bring bullet journal knowledge into this system, and I think I will for the rest of my life. Moving on, in the middle row, I will write down all the tasks that I want to accomplish that are personal, that are not directly related to my work. And this is basically, the middle row is my personal planner, basically. So in the morning, I will see what I want to get done that specific day. If I want to do the laundry, clean the house, organize my office, all of that will go in the middle row. The way my brain works in the morning is that I wake up and I start doing lists on my mind. So my brain is already like, you have to do this. And sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's work. It comes all at once in my mind, and that can be very overwhelming. So that's why I'm also keeping on the bottom row my work to do. And the reason I don't want to like move to a work planner right away is because I really love the process of just putting things into paper when I'm having all these like overflow of to-dos and tasks and deadlines in my mind right away when I wake up. So as they are coming, I'm just organizing them in these two rows. So I'm usually writing down these two rows at the same time. So if it is a work task that came to my mind, it will go at the bottom row. Oh my God, every time I'm filming, there's a lot of noise. I'm sorry. So if a work task comes to my mind, I will write down at the bottom row. If it is a personal task, it will go here at the middle row, and I will just write everything down. But right here, I'm already trying to be mindful of what I will be able to accomplish that day, because I already did my wellness check basically and my health check. So I already know where my head is and my mind is at that specific time. So it's really perfect. I just love this system so much. And after that, I just move on to my work section that I cannot show you a complete week because it's all personal. It would be all covered up, but I will show you a blank week. So it's a little bit repetitive, but there's a reason for it being that way. Let me open this one. So when I move to my work planner, I will put appointments here on this first row, but here I only add appointments that interfere with my work. So if I have a meeting, if I have a doctor's appointment, I mark that down here as well. Even though it's personal, of course, it's a time where I won't be working, when I won't be working, and I won't be able to mark down any tasks or any meetings for work at that time. So it interferes with my work. But if we have groceries, if we had a delivery or something like that, I won't mark it down here because there's nothing to do with my work. So it's usually cleaner than the first row is cleaner than my personal section. And of course, I still sometimes add a sticker here and there, but it's more clean. It's mainly just the pen and the paper. Then when I move to the second row, I just write down at the most 2 tasks that I absolutely need to get done that specific day. It's usually mainly just the one task. So I will come back here and see what I wrote down and see what's the most important thing, because here I'm just writing down, it's almost like a brain dump. I'm just marking down all the things that came to my mind at the beginning of the day that I kind of want to do that specific day. But of course, there's one thing that I really, really need, or that I really, really want to get done that specific day. And that's what coming to this second row here. And then I will add other tasks or notes, or I will break that task down into the other parts of each specific day. Sometimes the tasks will be the ones I already noted here, but as you will see here, I'm being more active, I'm organizing them, I'm creating them, I'm thinking about what's really important, what I need to do that day. And that not only helps me with being more productive, because it's another step. It's not just creating a huge list for work. I'm actively interacting with my note taking and my tasks and asking myself why I need to do this today, why it's important, what other tasks I need to do to accomplish that. So that's why sometimes I will break them down, but it also won't give me that fake feeling of accomplishment when all you are doing is procrastinating. So that's why I love separating the main task or main tasks that I need to work that day and the rest of the tasks or notes about that task, so I can clearly see if I was able to achieve what I needed to, or if I was just procrastinating, and that's okay, that will happen as well. But I feel that after I started using this method of like kind of repeating and organizing and curating my tasks, I've been so much more effective and productive without just being busy and overwhelmed. And I hope it helped. If you want, I can do another video just about that, because I know this video is super, super long and you are probably already tired or watching another video right now, and I don't blame you because I can talk a lot. But that's basically it. That's it for my One Book July setup. It's basically the setup I've been using since March, so it's nothing that new. It's just that I haven't shared here with you. But now I feel like I really have, evolved with my setup. Of course, in March, using a Happy Planner as a planner and not as just memory keeping or journaling was something new to myself, and it's been working so well that I really needed to share here with you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.